Hey everyone. All right. Standard checking if it's working. I don't know. But in case it is, hey everyone. Welcome to streaming that stuff and Rust stuff today. My name is Yash, in case you didn't know, and I am building some stuff with Dat and Rust. If you don't know what Dat is, that's a peer-to-peer protocol. I've got a cat with me, so that's new. Got some water over here. That's pretty standard. Yeah, what we doing today? Oh yeah, I just nominated this really cool crate. I don't know, I just kind of feel like hanging out. Had a bit of a meeting week with lots of meetings and situations and other things. I don't know. So today I just want to do a little bit of hacking. But yeah, it's a crate that I nominated for crate of the week. It's kind of fun. It allows you to do -v, -vv, -vvv for different log levels. So that's nice. It's called a clap verbosity flag. My friend Pascal made it. And there's the clap port flag, which I made, which allows you to pass a port. All right, if you hear like any scratchy sounds in the background, that's the cat destroying something. Also, if you're like in chat, come say hi. I really like it when people say hi. You know, it's kind of the point of this thing. Oh, hey. Hey, Pascal. How's it going? Cool, you're hanging out. Means I can ask you lots of questions. No, just kidding. I'm not going to ask you any questions. That would be mean, because I bet you're like working or something. So what's on the menu for today? I'm porting this one function, which is called, what's it called? In that is the function put. So if you have like one stream of data and you want to replicate it, you're like, hello. The cat just got scared of my belt. That's weird. It's a weird cat. I might just like pull her onto stream in a second when she like brushes up. She should say hi. But yeah, the idea here is that you have like one stream of data and you want to replicate the stream, and then you read out the data and you fill in the other stream while verifying the cryptographic signatures. So, you know, you say, oh, Pascal says, hey, saw your tweet announcing this. Can't promise to actually pay attention though. That's all right. I just like that you're hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. No, I was kidding when I was like, I'm going to ask you questions, because that's not the point of this. The point is to have fun. Oh my God. Seriously, check it out. She's climbing our document store. It's such a weird cat. You're a weirdo. All right. Yeah, so today on the cat show, we're building computer things. Yeah, she's now playing with her own tail. It's like a documentary, like a wildlife documentary, but in her house. Yeah. All right. Anyway, this method over here, she just went to the bedroom, so I can peacefully pretend she's not around for just a sec. So this method, you say, hello, we'd like to insert some data into the tree. At index, we put some data, and this is the proof. And then we'll either be like, yep, that went all right, or it'll tell you, nope, that was an error. So it'll do stuff like verify that the signature is all right. I believe it does that. Oh yeah, here, self-verify and right. So I'm doing the verification part now. where, you know, we're saying hello, verify this node, and do some stuff there, right? So blip. That's basically the gist of this thing. At index verifies the proof when inserting to make sure data is correct. To make sure data is correct. Bum 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 bum. And this is kind of nice. So, oh, I'm copying all this logic from the JavaScript implementation. Where's verify and right there, like this piece of the code, I basically copy pasted it and just translating it line by line to use the code we've written before, because the algorithm's pretty much the same, so we just copy that algorithm. It's lots of just branching and loops, and I bet we could make it a little bit nicer. For example, here we're just doing like a raw loop and continuing like forever until we return. I don't know if that's great, but it works here. So if we copy the logic one-to-one, it's gonna work out fine. Bleh. Yeah. So that's just pretty straightforward copying of things. Yay. What else is new? I don't know. I went to Paris last weekend, which was kind of fun. I was in Portugal the weekend before. That was also a lot of fun. I guess I'm just really happy to be back home. Actually, I didn't go to Paris last weekend. It was the weekend before that. We got a kitty cat last weekend. That's right. So we just stayed at home with the cat all the weekend. That was great. She didn't trust us at first, but now she's pretty chilled out with us. Doesn't mind pats. Does like the little slow blinks, which is really nice. Can feed her some stuff, and I don't know, she just hangs out. Went to see the Star Wars movie also. Didn't like the Star Wars movie that much. Was okay, but just not as great as you might hope. What else? Yeah, nothing much. I've been taking it easy. Lots of meetings. All right. Okay, let's take a look. So it says this to impl self.write. Oh crap. Right. Okay, there we go. So we can strip this part. We can strip this part up. What else? Can we strip this part? I kind of don't want to do that quite yet. We'll strip that part. That part's still useful. So here we're going to be keep hashing with siblings until we reach or trusted node. All right, that's going to be our comment for here. /o. Reach the end or trusted node. I don't know what that's supposed to be. All right, so here we do. I like that Rust has just a loop. It says, well, start looping until you break. Instead, like JavaScript has the while true, which I like a bit less, because it's not explicit. What it does here just says, well, keep on spinning until you like stop spinning, which is a bit closer to the truth, but you know, whatevs. So here we're gonna do var next equals flat.sibling top.index. So let next equals flat sibling top.index. A unreachable statement. HYPERCORE panic macros. Oh, hey. Hey there. Rihanna. How you doing? And it's Rust again. It's more Rust. We're doing Rust today. We're looking at some Node stuff, but sorry, we're moving away from the Node stuff into the Rust stuff. But nice of you to join. What are you hacking on these days, by the way? Just JavaScript in the comment. Yeah, good point. That's basically my job description right now. Take this JavaScript and Rustify it. Getting quite good at it, actually. What are you up to these days? Let's take a look. So if remote nodes dot length and remote nodes 0 index equals what? Where does remote nodes come from? Fridays are browserfied days still. Oh, cool. That's cool. Happy. Oh, that's remote nodes right there. Proof.nodes. So if not remote nodes is empty. Oh, I'm happy that like browserify is still maintained. So mostly upgrading the node built-in shims the past few weeks. Yeah, I can imagine. I feel like the whole built-in error stuff might have like thrown a bit of a wrench into the existing module system, because like they now rely on external errors and the error messages and all that stuff. I don't know if that was like the main thing you were doing, but I would imagine that that's some work to do at least. What else changed in browserify? Oh, that's rough. Trying to work on tree shaking. Yeah. I'm really happy that LLVM is just good. It's like, well, you compile your stuff down to LLVM bytecode. And once you have LLVM bytecode, LLVM can do the tree shaking. Like, dead code elimination. An actual compiler toolchain rather than whatever we're hacking in parallel with everyone. It's good. It's good. To put it, I'm not envious of what you're doing, but I'm really happy you are doing it. That's nice. Remote nodes 0 dot index. Next. Rust vec get. So this is a JavaScriptism where you're doing like this very ugly code, but I believe you can do if let sum what's that sound? I have no idea. There's some weird ass sound in the background. So what are we doing here? We're some node. Whoa. I'm sorry about that sound. I'm gonna close the window. Yeah. That's a bit better. That is a bit better. If let sum node equals remote nodes dot get 0, then here we have the node equals remote nodes dot shift. Is that pop from the start? Visit dot push node. Rust JS, actually node let foo, var foo equals 0 1 2 3 foo dot shift 0. Okay, so that's from the start. I know that operation's really slow in Rust, supposedly. Rust pop from front. Vec dot pop back, pop front to standard vector. Shift vec. This is like a very basic operation. So they should have it somewhere. Oh, am I recording, by the way? I am. Cool. Shift. Shift, 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 shift. No shift. Pop. Removes the last element from the vector. Drain, clear, len, split off to 2 at the new index. This is not great. Control F removes the first. Removes the first. Oh my god. Oh, that's interesting. But it's an experimental nightly API, and that's not amazing, I guess. Yeah. I'm unhappy about this. So I know vectors are optimized for popping onto stuff. Maybe if we get a DQ instead of a vector, it might be better. Oh, latency is weird. Yeah. Webcam. Okay, better. So what's zooming? Edge top. Edge top. All right. So it's mostly OBS, and then the webcam, and then edge top. Okay, nothing we can do about that. All right. VecDQ. Can we actually do something about this? I don't know. So we got the remote nodes, right? Remote nodes equals proof.nodes. All right. And then we want to convert that into a no standard vec Rust vec shift. I would use vec drain. How are elements vec dq and drain 0 1? Oh, interesting. Vec deck. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing here like something similar where you can do this thing where you can just call vec drain and then give it a range. I think vec double ended q is nice if you have the option to, but in this case, I don't know what the trade-off is between the extra allocation for creating this double ended q. When you already have like a vector, we're getting the vector from like a struct. So I'm guessing the drain method is the right approach here because it somehow supports it. Thanks for the input. It's really useful. Drain range bounds. Specified range yields the removed items. The element is removed even if the iterator is partially consumed. The drain value is leaked. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what that means. Vec deck. Interesting you pronounce it vectec, by the way. I don't know. I say vectq because it vec double-ended q is the long form. So, but yeah. Okay, let's try that. So we're trying to shift some stuff. This probably won't work. Because oh yeah, we actually don't want that node. Where did I write that code? Here. So I think the better way of defining this, if remote nodes dot get 0 dot is sum means we don't actually want the item. Hopefully this works. We can then do node equals remote nodes dot shift let node equals let's remove that code. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need this either. So we can just do that. And that's the shift part. So getting the first item would be 0 : 0 is a range of 1, I think. Is that the truth? So the copy versus non-copy, it'd be the same as the types weren't copy. Oh, what? Worth noting, so Steve says, worth noting that moving is always a memcopy in Rust. So the copy versus non-copy distinction doesn't matter here. It'd be the same if the types weren't copy. So we're doing allocations anyway. Boo. But I guess there's a good reason for that, but that's a bummer. I kind of wish it would like still point in the thing, but I guess if we're mutating that vector rather than keeping an index into it, I feel like the immutable data structure stuff might make a lot of sense here, maybe because it was really good at popping stuff from the front without like removing the data somehow. I don't know. JS Rust. All right, so we would say remote nodes dot drain 0 0 because this is a range of 1. Do you compile? Type annotation needed. I can live with that. Unreachable statement in the panic macros. That's fun. But I don't know where. Giving visited a type. All right. Vec of unit. Sure. Oh, and now comes the monkey out of the bag, where everything just blows up. All right. What's the problems here? Values here after move. Let next is flat symbol trusted and top dot index. Verify node. Yeah, we should probably borrow these. That makes sense. But it probably doesn't like that. Am I right? Expected struct storage node. Okay, so verified node is going to take some borrowed values. There we go. We're borrowing now. Probably likes that. All right, so it doesn't like that, and it says remote nodes cannot borrow mutably. All right, so we probably need to define that this is a mutable one. There's also a mutable one, by the way. Now it's just being a bit cranky and complaining about that it can't reach stuff, which is fine. All right, cool. So we actually get one node, I guess. What's the thing again there? Does it return an error? V dot drain 0 2 vec drain, and it'll shift them over afterwards. Assert equals vec 3 equals v, and does drain return anything? Where it returns a drain of t. Jesus. Draining iterator for vec t. So we need to loop over it or something. Vec dot collect. Okay. Okay. Now that's just messed up. 4 node in that, and then we have 1 node. That's fun. Okay. Then we visited dot push. It's the dot push node, I guess. And then we make this a vec of type node. Do we even need to declare that? I don't know. Cargo check. Oh, really likes that. I think we can strip that down one, and then that works. All right. So now we have our visited nodes. We can remove that search there and be like, no, oh, there's no dot shift method, so we use dot drain instead. Yeah, that's just messed up. Ideally, we could just do this, right? So we say remote nodes dot shift visited dot push is like just that should be a thing that exists, but no. Instead, we do this thing. We could do a dot collect and then we allocate a new array, but that's not actually what we want. So, ta-da! Yeah. All right. I think we can strip this with that cargo check. All right. All right, and then we do else if local nodes dot length and local nodes index stuff. All right. Else if local nodes dot get 0 dot is okay, and then we do that thing. Weird. Yeah. All right. I'll say, hey, Juan Pablo J. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna go take a 3-minute break, check up on the cat, and I'll be right back. When this marker thing hits 6 minutes, I'll be right back. Because taking breaks is good for my wrist. I've been typing too much. I'll be right back. So I have no idea where the cat went. She's hiding somewhere. I just hope she's okay. That's my main concern. But she's not meowing, so I bet she's napping. I haven't actually checked on top of it. Wait, hold on. I want to find her. Yep, I found her. She was hiding under the couch behind like a thing, so I couldn't see her. But I looked from a different angle, so I found her, and that's nice. And so hey, oh, I'm glad you like Chew, Juan Pablo. Thank you. All right, let's solve this little puzzle. I just need to translate another like 30 lines today, whatever how much this is. It is another 20 lines. Wait, hold on, I can show Kitty on stream. Hello everyone. This is Chashu. She's a very, very moving kitty cat. Oh. Whoa, whoa. She might hop on the keyboard. There's a little till right there. Oops. She's really interested in the screen right now. Hello. She's a really nice cat. I bet she might like hop onto the keyboard in like a second. She was like sniffing the screen, typing some stuff. It's really nice. Thanks for the wonderful input. We really needed it too right there. Hey Matt, welcome to the kitty cam. Yeah. Oh, she found the snacks. I was keeping some snacks here on the table, which looks like a baggie, but she really likes it. It's little, I don't know, little fishies. Yeah. Oh, we're having like some more typing. It's really interesting. C's, lots of C's. Hey Finn. We definitely need some C's in there also. Okay, fine. I'll give her like one more. She's an expert computer cat. She's really good. Wait, hold on. She's like clawing at me. Kind of want her to look into the camera because she's so cute. You're so cute. I believe someone's also coming home right now. Okay, create some space. That's also very important. Tabbing around. There we go. Oh, some ones. I think that's a dock block of sorts. And it's also very important. Yeah, she's had lots of snacks now. She kind of likes a keyboard. And I think it's time for her to say goodbye. Okay, it's time to say goodbye. Yeah. Will you kindly, whoa. Hey. Coffee appeared. Thank you. This is great. Yeah. Okay. So that's our baby cat. Oh my god, she's very skilled. Look at what she typed. 100 paw. I think that's brilliant. So that was kitty cat. Her name's Chashu. She's a little Norwegian forest cat. She's very playful. Loves jumping around, sleeping on things, pawing at things. Really into these cat snacks. Also have a little laser pointer right here, which we can point at things. I'll not point into a camera because we might break it. Yeah, she's adorable and really cuddly these days, which is nice. So back to rest. No. Oh my god. Thanks so much for the coffee. This is exactly what I needed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad everyone seems to like enjoy it. Makes me happy. Yeah. So we're doing this local nodes thing. Cheshire ran off into the living room. She's being played with right now, which is great. So here we do local nodes, and then we do the same approach where we say .get, and we say 0, and then, oh, we messed up. So what we needed to do here, we actually need to get the node. So if remote nodes.length, Matt Development asks, do you like React? The answer is, I haven't done React in a while, and I wrote a different thing called Chew because I thought there were a few things that were a bit complex. I also didn't really connect with their community. Felt it was a bit, I don't know, just not for me, a bit aggressive. But maybe that's just my feels. So do I like it? I'm very thankful for the ideas that they brought into or they kind of popularized. But I wouldn't really use it myself. So I don't think it's for me. I don't really want to get into like a flame thing here, but it's just like not my preference in terms of tools. I have like some very like deep directed things towards which parts I don't like, but the overall is yeah. Although, you know, if someone else likes it, then that's entirely cool. Just not for me. If let's node equals remote nodes dot get 0, and then oh wow, fantastic! Just thanks, Finn. That's awesome. Was it the cats? I bet it was the cats. There'll be more cats on stream at some point. She's just getting a lot of attention right now, so that's interesting. All right. I'm glad it makes sense. That's good. All right, and then we need to couple this with a if node dot index equals 0. Oh no, we need to combine these two. I wonder if we can do that. I wonder if we can do that. Because what we need to do is actually as part of the same statement. Orc Tamer says Microsoft bought GitHub. Hold me. Oh. Yeah, I don't really care about that they did that. Like, I know there's lots of people who are a little bit like, oh my god, Microsoft bought a corporation, and but it was already a corporation. They're already kind of bureaucratic. There's some nice people working there. They make a pretty good product, but it's in the end it's a $7.5 billion business. So I don't know. Were they the good people? Never. Like, you know, I'm thankful for all they've done, but in the end, we need to realize that corporations are never on our side, and if we want to have like something better, we should build it. This is not good. Check out this straw. It's stuck. So when I try and drink it, it just does that. That's unacceptable. We need to fix this very serious problem right now. What do you think, Orc Tamer? What's your take? Because you seem a bit distressed about it. I don't know if you're actually distressed about it, but your comment seems a little bit like that. Rust nested. I'm just gonna try it. I don't know. I don't think I can Google it. And node.index equals next. I just hope this works. It's probably gonna complain. Cargo check. It's gonna be like, I can't see expected bool found enum standard option. So it doesn't like that. Use .remove 0 instead of drain. Ooh. Remove. Removes and returns the element at position index within the vector, shifting all elements after to the left. That's perfect. That's literally what we needed. v.remove 1. And that removes this second one. That's great. Nar003 says, hey. Hey Nar, welcome. Oh, that was a really good suggestion. Thank you, Finn. That's why. No, there's no why. Just thank you. That was great. Arctimer says, I just fear Microsoft will force Windows. I don't think we should be too afraid of that. Like, they know that Windows is not on the rise. I watched like an interview with their boss person. I forgot their name. But they were being very sensible about it. They were like, well, you know, in the 90s, the workplace changed. Everyone needed the Office suite because the workplace had changed, and you know, people need email, people need Word, and Excel presentations, and you know, the whole thing changed, and they provide that change. And now they're saying, well, you know, the workplace seems to be changing again. Every business is turning into a software business. So they want to get ahead of that and, you know, have a good answer to how do you host software. On the one side, they have the server part, which is the Azure part, where they offer Linux and all the other stuff. And another part, they're like, well, we just bought GitHub because we think that that's the best option to host and collaborate around software, be it websites or like other stuff. So I don't know. The stories seem to make sense. I guess they still have Windows, but you know, Windows it just exists now. Everything's moving into like web browsers, and other people make those mostly. So I'm not too afraid that they will force Windows. You know, I don't necessarily think they make great software, but I'm not too worried about it. The kitty just came running back. Nara asks, am I using JavaScript? And the answer is, I'm porting JavaScript to Rust right now. Look, I'm playing with a cat. She really likes the pointer. She's done. She's not interested anymore. So what you're looking at is Rust, which is what if we made a language that was a baby of all the languages and took lots of good ideas and turn it into like a language, and that's basically Rust. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, we need to refactor this thing according to Finn's suggestion. That'll get to this part on how to solve that. So we can do remote nodes dot remove 0 is let node visited dot push node, like that, and that should do things well. All right, we can even like turn that into a one-liner, but it just leads like lots of visit dot push remote nodes remove 0. I don't know, I prefer to add extra lines every now and then because it just makes more sense. I read top to bottom, like, oh, here's one thing, cool, shift, here's second thing, insert, cool, separate steps, separate lines. But yeah, I don't know what to do about this one. Well, all right, because it seems like we need to do some elaborate match statement thing, which I'm really unhappy about. So we need to extract that node somehow. So if let some node equals remote nodes dot get. So Rust combine if let with if. Let's see if this yields something. Concise control flow with if let. We've been going for about an hour. So if let is fun because that works, then we can do the fun matches, or if let more. But the complex, what I want is a complex combinatorial thing where you say if let on the one side and another statement like directly using this or else on the other side. How to do that? I feel like it will get like super repetitive. It kind of sucks. Because what we're trying to do is unwrap like a little piece. So I don't know what to do there. Well, we definitely need this line because we need the next part. But the question is how to do this part. Yo, Pascal, if you're still around and listening in, this would be like kind of helpful, I think. But no pressure at all. The question is literally like, how do you combine? How do you make this into like a valid thing? I just wish there was, but I don't think there is. So I don't know what to do here. Because we can't really express this in the match statement. And a node.index. Because they're like the only proper way to do this, I think, is like gotos, which is horrible. All right. Some node equals nothing but a lurker just made a snarky comment. How do we mute you? Yeah, exactly. I mean, language bashing is literally trash tier level of comments. It's along the lines of, I don't know, debating editors. I don't know. So yeah. Which is always okay to like ask about benefits and stuff, but bashing things is just, what do you do with that? Not much. All right, we're gonna create some fucked up complex statement because it works, and then we'll just do it. Rust devs are always so reactive. All right, goodbye. I don't like you. Report, no. Timeout, goodbye. do we do this? So we get the node and then we say dot index. Actually, does this works? Does this work? Equals 0? I bet this doesn't work. That's fun. All right. Cannot borrow remote nodes because it's also borrowed as differently. Yeah, that makes complete sense. All right, so this construct will not work. So we need to do this construct, and then if node.index equals next, like that, and then there, and just go on to this stupid, like, this is not fun, because this is pretty concise. All right, no, we actually need to recreate that whole thing. Sorry, I'm just spending too much time on this thing. Remote nodes.len. So we go back to our original thing. Is empty. So Nar is asking, knowing basics of JavaScript, is it possible to get an internship? Can you please type? I don't really feel like typing some more, but maybe someone else can type this. But yeah, it's probably possible. Like it very much depends on other things, like how much are you expecting to get paid? Can you like find a good connection with people? Is there like a good place around that might mentor you and be okay with you perhaps being, you know, pretty new to the field? My first job was a minimum paid wage job. I had like 1 year of experience, and you know, yeah, Rihanna has a great reply there. I'd add to that very much depends where you end up, and trying to find the right fit might take a while, but it's definitely possible. All right, nodes 0 next. All right. Now, I hope this will not mess with the compiler checker. Cargo check. All right, so that works. Okay, awesome. Else if local nodes dot is empty and not is empty, local nodes 0 dot index equals next. All right, this looks pretty great. Oh yeah, we define an empty let node, right? All right. Inside the loop, let node. Oh my god. What? Visit.push top node. What are we using that node for? Crypto parent. Top node len. Motherfuckers. All right, we're just gonna remove this. No, we're not. God damn it. Not clone. Sorry about that. All right, so Nar says they were doing some freelancing work as possible. So That's cool. That sounds good. Right, so we need to do that. Let me say that. Oh, actually, let node equals if, is that great? Nah, it's kind of unclear. Node equal local nodes dot remove, like that. Else like that. Oh, my copy pasting broke for some reason. We cannot create another parent. No, copy pasting works again. So verify roots and right. Interesting. So here we're forcing there's a branch we can go in that needs some verification. There's like a lot of stuff going on in this like tree. This is very interesting. Yeah. All right. Return. Then we're gonna do did. We're gonna copy over this code here and just be like, well, you know, we never got this part to work. Cargo check. All right, so it's complaining about not being able to get local nodes not found in this scope. So local nodes is defined as the fourth argument. So let's go up here and let's look at the fourth argument. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's local nodes. Trusted node, trusted node. And so we just rename that from local nodes to missing nodes. Missing nodes. There we go. No method named clone found. All right. Well, we could RC this, perhaps, but the RC might run out. So node, derive, debug, clone. Unreachable statement. I can live with that. Cargo check. Hey Dan, welcome. Nice to see you again. Oh, Finn's heading out. Thanks for hanging out, Finn. It was good seeing you. And you should drop by again sometime. I think Joshua liked you. For those of you who don't follow my Twitter vigorously, Finn came out on Tuesday to hang out with our cat. He lives in Berlin also. Helps with Node School and hangs out. It's kind of cool. Well, when I say helps with Node School, he organizes Node School. I help out with Node School. Sometimes. Just like not last Wednesday. Alright, cool. We finished this block, which means we can do the next 10 lines. It's complaining about stuff not being available. Cargo build. Please don't crash my computer. Please don't crash my computer. That's all right. Unreachable statement 238. Unimplemented. Oh yeah, I guess we never break out of it or something. So while true, node and stuff, verify nodes, return. Yeah, I guess we never proper exit the thing. So I should put the unimplemented inside the main block so it stops complaining. Inside the loop, I mean. Oh, guess who came to hang out? It's the baby cat. I think she really liked hanging out like on top of the keyboard. There's this plant next to the desk, which you can see right here, and apparently it's toxic to cats. So I need to keep an eye on that plant over there, because we don't want a dead cat or sick cat. All right. She's being played with, which is great. All right. So let's get this last 10 lines in. Okay, so we get this inside the loop there. We can remove that line, and then we can do some more here. So here we're gonna say visit.push top. I don't think we're defining top anywhere. Oh, Neochromer says, why are Rust developers cultists? That's a shit thing to say. Oh, I'll block you again. Hey, timeout, goodbye. I could be happy to address why people are enthusiastic about a particular technology, but I don't know, just that phrasing's a bit off. I mean, people get excited about things. I'm pretty excited about like this programming language for various reasons, but not like that. All right, so do we have top somewhere? Top. All right, visit.push top. Where are we defining top? Oh yeah, we're defining top right there. We're never redefining top, I guess. Oh, but we do push, and then we want to push the top one as the last one, and then redefine top again. All right, that's okay, fair. Oh, let top equals node new flat parents top.index. No, actually, we're going to flip these two lines around. Oh. Dan says, never understood people having a problem with other people being enthusiastic about a thing. Yeah, me neither. I was reading this really fun post the other day by, what's his name? Arturon. Let's just feed this into Google. He had like the thing about zero sum versus additive. Arturon. If I can find him. Arturon stands for Modern Melodic Death Metal from Switzerland. Arcturon. Arturon. Ron? github.com/r2. Let's see if this works out. Yes, it is indeed Vim. GVim specifically. Arturon. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I guess he's not. Thanks for getting the right link there. That's the one. Yay. Yeah, it's I don't know. I really let me pull up this post just for a second so I can actually show what I'm talking about. So zero sum. Oh yeah, this part, the positive sum thinking. I think it talks a lot about like this part where you're like, well, I don't get why people aren't enthusiastic about things. It's, you know, let's just read that loud. Positive sum thinking is how we embrace pluralism while retaining a coherent vision and a set of values for the language. A zero-sum view would assume that apparent oppositions are fundamental. In general, that appealing to the JavaScript crowd inherently hurts the C++ one. A positive sum thinking view starts by seeing different perspectives and priorities as legitimate and worthwhile, with a faith that by respecting each other in this way, we can find strictly better solutions than we had by optimizing solely for one perspective. So I like this a lot because it goes to the point where you're like, well, you know, we want to have a fast language that's also nice to write. And then, you know, those two things should somehow converge. That makes it a good combinatorial like challenge. Like, you know, there's lots of like here to have a fun one. Memory safety without garbage collection. Cool. How do you achieve both? Oh, hold on, kitty. No eating the plant because you might die. You know, abstraction without overhead, like concurrency without data races. There's lots of stuff there where, you know, there's different things, or the fact that, you know, they're targeting to replace C in many ways, but then making it as nice to script for like quick programs like JavaScript or Ruby. So great post. People should read it. But yeah, yeah. I feel like I might get a bit repetitive at that point, but I don't know. I think thoughts along those lines very much direct it, because there's lots of people that, you know, I don't know, they engage in language bashing or like this language is better than the other, and the end result is every language has something nice, and we can learn from it, and we can learn from the good parts, we can learn from the not so good parts, and if we understand where languages fit and where tools come into play, we can also acknowledge which benefits they bring. And you know, instead of bashing, trying to figure out, okay, cool, so why are people actually using this? It's kind of good. Sorry, I talked a lot again. I sometimes do that. Also, had to distract the kitty, which worked. She's now again being played with, which is great. All right. Oh, forgot a semicolon there. Function takes 3 parameters. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's finish this function. So we have crypto parent top node. So it's not the parent. So if we go into our hash library, parents. All right. So there's no parent one, but there's parent type, which is being used in from hashes. Oh, that's fun. All right, so this might not translate well. So crypto parent equals parent type, which takes 2 hashes, and then yeah, okay, that's all right. So from 2 hashes, it then creates this one thing. Good. All right. I should actually probably pass the actual thing. So left, right, crypto parent top dot node. So top hash node dot hash dot as bytes. As bytes. Oh, I was getting into like a fucked up thing. Let hash equals, then we can replace this part. So yeah, there's a lot of copying out in HyperCore right now, where we're passing things as U8 vectors rather than actually turning them into the right types, because we're using some submodules that only accept like vectors of U8s. So yeah, we can be a bit better about it. But that's the, so we're getting node.hash and then turning that into a vector instead of like the hash type, which I don't think does an allocation, but it's not good. Also, oh yeah, this is actually not good. Visited.push top. Yeah, okay, we need to flip that order around. Definitely need to do that. And that new top. All right, or actually that can work. Node new. That old top equals top. No, that's not gonna, oh my god. Okay, fine. We do that there. This is not gonna work. We can just drop in the clone right there, and that might be happy working or something. All right. That node. No method named as bytes. Awesome. So that's already like that. And then we just need to do that, I think. Function parent not found. From hashes. There we go. What's the name? Pub fun from hashes. Crypto hash. Oh, hash from hashes. All right, that worked. So we pass in the hash there, and then what's the third argument? Top.size plus node.size. Top.size plus, let's just do another one here. That size equals top.size plus node.size. And we pass size in here. And then this will probably be like, oh, borrow checker. Oh yeah, there we go. LAN like that. All right, and then we're getting expected struct vec. Okay, the as bytes right there. Dot two owned. Dot two owned. This is a, that's cargo check. This is okay. It works. Okay, great. Oh, Neochromer says, well, I'm not someone who would bash someone for using a language. Be funny. Sorry if you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for apologizing. That's okay. I missed the troll face. We get people that actually mean those things on stream every now and then. Sometimes it can be hard to distinguish, like, oh, someone's making a joke or something else. So you know, I'm glad you. Well, okay, that came off wrong. So yeah, I appreciate you taking your time to explain. That's nice. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. All right. So this works. And I didn't really get offended. It's more that, you know, we gotta add a filter onto the stream if people are being trolly or, you know, just not being kind. That's very easy to just be like, okay, just stop for a moment. Thank you. Okay, so now we have a new top node, which is good. Trusted node comment top. I guess we need to do a reassignment there. Top is never read. Cargo check. Ooh, I like this part. Can assign twice to immutable variable top. So let mut top. I guess it's mutable now. It's a mutable reference. Cargo check. Okay, cool. That passes. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, I don't know what that right thing there does. So then we take this final thing and then we need to call write again. All right. So if verify node trusted node comma top, yeah, we just pass in references. This dot write. Yeah, we just copy there. I guess we just do that code again, right? Index data visit null comma from comma null comma from comma callback. So I have no idea what that means, but that's okay. And then we can safely say that this is all we need. Oh, I guess our benchmarking code is fucked up or something. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's all right. Cargo check. Now we'll just commit. What do we call this? We say this is most of the dot put method. A. Cool. So we just push that, and that seems to be working, or compiling. So we just need to add the dot write method somehow, which probably should be an internal method, is what I'm thinking, because it's already like an internal method. And then once that one works, I don't know. All right. I might just run to Lou just for a second, and then we can happily continue. Be right back. 2 seconds. How's our kitty cat doing? What time are we meeting for Rama again? 18:30. I know I feel like we do that somewhere. She's expressing scientific. I'm gonna run with Dana. That's two of them. How did you get the other one? I don't know. Hey. So our cat has got this cute little hidey hole made out of cardboard. So it's like compressed cardboard, and she can like scratch it. It looks really nice. And I don't know, she was a little bit afraid of going into it like yesterday, but she seems to be kind of into it today. She's like accepted that it's part of the environment now. Now she's just hanging out inside of it, which is kind of cute. And she got like these little toy mouses, and they got like the little Velcro, so it sticks to her paw. Really into it. So she's like playing around with the mouse, and it like attaches to her paw and kind of flies in a direction she didn't expect, and then chases it more and like keeps on doing that. Keeps it like entertained for, I don't know, half an hour at a time, which is amazing. My partner and I are like super tired of just swinging around like this rope. She needs like 2 to 3 hours a day of active play. No, just, you know, between the two of us, it means like an hour and a half ish. Like doing that every single day, it becomes a bit of a lot. So we got like a laser pointer, which is lazy mode, like the little mouse. She can like tap by herself, which is great. She comes over and we like do a little brushy, which is like super into. She starts like trying to chew the brush, which is a bit strange, but it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's complaining about unreachable statement. Oh no. It's a node. Oh, no unreachable statement. That's good. Cargo check. Awesome. I like how fast this is. Like 80 milliseconds. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's 80. That would be 800. That's 80. That's about like 4 frames worth, I think. Yeah, that's all right. They're improving compiler speed a lot. I think they added like 30% more perf in the last 3 weeks or something. And now they're doing the whole like Polonium compiler check stuff, which is also really cool, which has an embedded data log engine. So you can do like the whole tracing part, which is really cool. Data frog. It's kind of fun. Data frog, data log. Data frog, data log. Yeah, here. Frank McSherry. It's a lightweight data log engine. It's really fun. So you can ask it all sorts of fun questions about stuff it does. So the borrow checker is basically a constraint resolver where you tell it a bunch of stuff that happens at particular points in time, and then you want to work back whether or not invariants are violated. And this allows you to create a model of that, of just nodes and vertices, and then ask it questions about the things. Like at point X, is this thing still in scope? You know, it just traces it back. It's kind of good. I understand it conceptually. I don't understand how it works entirely yet, but I like it a lot. All right, let's fix this. Random access methods. What do we call this? Where are we getting random access methods from? Oh, from RAM. Use RAM access memory methods. So we remove that. Orgtamer asks, should I start learning TypeScript? Seems like lots of job openings want you to know it, just like React. Maybe. Like for me personally, I never really learned it because it seems a bit of a fashionable piece of technology, more so than React, I'd say. I feel like a lot of folks are kind of split between whether or not they should be using like what the right toolchain is. Personally, I prefer just JavaScript, but then there's other people that are like, no, TypeScript. I feel TypeScript is one of those things you might be able to learn on the job, so it doesn't matter too much if you know it. Maybe like do a hello world to get a sense of it, figure out what an enum is, and that's all you need to know when starting out. And then just figure out if when you get a job, what their requirements are, and spec it towards that. I don't feel there's like too much value in like learning it deeply from the get-go, unless you're really interested in it, and then like by all means go for it. But if it's like job specific, nah, because it's like not a universal standard kind of thing. I feel there isn't too much depth to it either. It's I don't know. So the figure out what job you're looking for, and then gear it towards what that job requires. I think that would be like my advice. Memory, I believe this is how it works. Does that answer make sense, org timer? Cargo bench. Let's see if this works. Oh, my stream might not like this. Damn it. Sorry if stream drops out. Actually, I'm just gonna leave this. Check benches, bench. Yeah. Yeah, also doesn't work. Also doesn't work. All right. Just gonna assume this is better. Fix bench code. All right, let's hope that that actually made a dent. All right, let's take a look here. So here's on write. Ops.on write or null. Batcher, on write, index. Write hook done, self.write after hook. Oh, there we go. There we have something. That's a lot of stuff going on there. So that's the main one, I guess. This on write index comma data. Eesh, I'm so about this. Slash on write. What was that again? Yeah, with storage. So I feel that on write method is to persist data somehow. Right hook done. All right. Let's go define a method right, I guess. Proof put. So we can delete this line now. Yeah, we're just gonna turn this into a one-liner. Yeah, we're gonna turn this into a one-liner also. Oh, verify roots and right. Ah, damn it. okay, that's a different one. So self.write. All right. So here, verify roots and write. I think we should just have like verify roots and separately do right. No. Should we have dot verify roots and dot right? I think that's the better approach. Instead of combining these two, we just have two separate calls and combine them ourselves. It's a bit cleaner. And then we just handle the errors there, and then that should be good. Cool. My God, there's so much error handling going on here. It's like pretty ridiculous. Whew. All right. Okay, I want to commit all this. I guess today's Friday. Hey, anyone doing anything for the weekend? Comments to dot put. I am going to IKEA tomorrow to pick up some stuff like a mirror and door stops. I have some horse meatballs, which is gonna be great. Maybe go for a little walk, hang out with the cat, play the ukulele. I don't know, sleep in. I've been setting an alarm every day and it's been like fucking me up. Maybe do some laundry. Oh yeah, I want to prep some meals on Sunday. Get some like healthy lunches in. Speaking of, I haven't had lunch today, which I probably should. Dan says, I'm planning on learning some more Rust this weekend. Oh, that's really exciting. Cool. Do you have like any specific direction you want to take it? Or are you just gonna start with the Rust book? I made the mistake of thinking I could do something very complex initially. I should have started with the Rust book. And then, you know, yeah, that didn't work out. It took me like 3 or 4 tries before I actually got a hang of Rust. But turned out eventually doing like the dat project thing, the dat as a project, worked out pretty well to get like really into the meat of it. But yeah, I'm kind of curious how people like are planning to learn this stuff, because I also, if there's anything I can do to help, like just reach out. I'll be happy to like point you into whatever direction you need. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'd be really interested in hearing how that works out. So for those of you who don't know, I did this thing called the Rust spec. I misspelled my name, but maybe I'll like pop out something. It's kind of fun. Spec Rust. It's basically literally that. Just read the docs, read the Rust book, and write tests for the book as you go along, and then that's it. You'll oh shit. Dan Reeves says, I made my first PR to WASM-Pack last weekend. Awesome. So Ashley WASM-Pack. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I was helping out with this also a little bit. Not enough, unfortunately, but that's really cool. Let's find your commit. I'm kind of curious now. That's really cool. Oh, sweet. So Human Panic has been updated, which is the module I helped out on. And then there's Dan Reeves right there. Cool. Add the TypeScript definition to publish files. Oh, that's amazing. That's super useful. Awesome. Make sure both are checked. Yay. Yeah, that's really great. So I guess you've been writing a bunch of Rust already. Match DTS file. Oh, yeah. I would have assumed that this is a one-liner. I guess they're not running Rust format. I guess. Assert. Awesome. Yeah, that seems brilliant, actually. So this becomes a vec. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize you could like do this with a literal, but that makes complete sense. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Ref. Oh, I would have thought that the ref is no longer needed, but I guess it is. I guess you can flip it around and be like, borrow it right there. Oh no, you can't. DTS file. Weird. None. Oh, so quick thing there. I'm just gonna give you feedback because it's your first Rust code, and I hope it's okay if I give you feedback. It's meant as like I'm just like reviewing it as the way I would write it, but this code works brilliantly, so that's the most important part. There's a fun thing in Rust called iflet, where in this case you're branching on two things. Where on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, the none branch doesn't do anything. So in that case, there's a special case, which is called the iflet, to just match one branch. So I'm hoping this is just generally useful. all right. Great. No, yeah. I feel Ashley's been a bit swamped lately, and she was just like happy that anyone would like help out. And if it works and compiles and does the functionality, then like great, merge it. Cool new functionality, add it. We can always like look at it later. I feel that that's her take right now. It would be my take. So in this case, you would say if let so I don't know, file equals DTS file, right? And now this makes the file variable available and extracts it from the sum branch, like you would do here, right? And then you can say files push file.into. And then that does the same as this code right there. Where I've done another thing where this is equivalent to that. Because into just says, well, cast it to the right type, and this says, well, cast it to string. So, you know, depending on which one you want, it's okay. You can also do to owned, which is fine. Like all three variants are valid, right? So I don't know, but otherwise it looks really good. Like actually two strings nice because it explains exactly what it does there. So yeah, that's just a slightly more concise way of typing this version out, which I reckon if you like run Cargo Clippy over this, it'll like recommend something along these lines. But yeah, it's I don't know, that was just like a minor thing that I saw that might make the code a little bit nicer, I think. But yeah, it's really cool. Awesome. That's really cool. Hope you don't mind me pointing that small thing out. It might come in useful in the future. It took me also like a while to figure out when to use iflet, because it's, I don't know, I feel the explanation is a bit strange, but once you realize, well, it's when you only want to match one arm of a match statement, then suddenly it clicks a lot. So if flat, we're like using it a whole bunch here. So if flat sum node equals trusted, like same deal here, right? Which is code we wrote today. We're just checking like, hey, if it exists, do this thing, right? Like change it. There's just a bunch of those. Hope that makes sense. Hope you didn't mind either. Okay, so we don't have the right function yet. Loop, we'll just put it down here. Phone right. It's gonna take some index of usize, data of U8. Visited is of node. Result, unit, and error. Something like this. And then what does this method do? It writes data. Yeah, it does write hook done right there, right here. It has write right there, and then this is the meat of it, right after hook. So that's out of comment. And JS, this calls to right. If not this on right. Oh, that's what it does. Awesome. All right, cool. So this on right is just a hook on right, emit the right event. Exists. Then it calls right after hook. Oh my god. All right. Dot right after hook. If dot on right existed. That's a complex flow. Right hook done. I don't know why that one's a, oh no, it's not a public method. It's not even like a method. It's just the thing that exists as like a standalone function. I really like the fact that Rust has actually like private functions, private methods on a class, because you know sometimes you want to add like a method, you want to have access to all the properties on the struct, but not expose the function. So I like that a lot. And you can also scope it to just the crate level, which is also great. Some people add the undocumented thing to a thing, which I think is a bad idea. Like that's just hacking around documentation, and it's like, what kind of guarantees are you actually giving there? So like, well, here's a hook you can use, but will not be stable, so don't use it. But it exists, but we didn't document it, so don't use. I don't know. It seems sketch to me. All right. So then we call right hook done, and we do the little thingy here. Self.right after hook. Is that underscore? Yeah. After hook. And this method just folds all these things together. It's great. Or I don't know where sig comes from. Self dot right. What method is this? Verify roots and right. That's not great. that's really not great. There we go. Verify right. Verify node. There we go. Index data visit null comma from callback. I should probably add it there. Oh. Ah, come on. Okay, that's not gonna work. That's also not gonna work. Damn it. Right. I give up. Index data visit null comma from comma callback. Index data null comma visit null comma from comma callback. So visited, that's a vector of stuff. Data is a thing of stuff. Right equals index data node comma sig. Okay, so sig is 0 there. Where does from come from? I guess from is passed into verifying right. On missing loaded from, we chase this further back, slash put buffer from, that's kind of weird. I don't know what the from thing is used for, so it's a bit like not great, but that's all right. That felt great. All right. I just kind of want to finish this method. Maybe I should like call it quits because I'm getting kind of tired, but we've gone so far and done so much. Slash put buffer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the fourth argument. 1, 2, 3, motherfuckers. Yeah. I see exactly what's going on here. Data proof from callback. So if not this opened, do some other stuff. Chalazard asks if I've ever built an e-commerce website before. The answer is no. I've never built an e-commerce website before, but I'm guessing it's pretty straightforward. Like it's a very well-defined problem. So probably most of the challenges are in getting the design right. But then there's also like heaps of existing websites that might just do a better job. I don't know. I've never done it, but I can totally picture how to do it. Like, do you have any questions around that? Or I think personally I'd like go down the SQLite route or something. Put all the money stuff into Stripe because I just don't want to deal with that. What else? Yeah, probably need like a way to insert new items. So you would need like it seems like pretty big in terms of the problem scope, because you like need a CMS on one side to define the content. If people build stuff into that, on the other side you need like the transactional side. You probably need user accounts. It's a lot actually. There's lots of aspects to it. It's like a full-fledged app, and you can't fuck up because you're dealing with money. But yeah. Yeah, Dan is right. Quite well defined, but pretty complex. There's just lots of moving parts So Charizard says, I want to use Shopify as the e-commerce platform, but I want to separate the front end. Maybe that's possible. I would hope that's possible. I would not be against that approach, by the way. Like Shopify has some like moral questions about who they host, but it might save you so much work, and getting it wrong is really easy. So if you like want to see success through, then using something like that might be a good fit. Then there's also the, I don't know, Magento or whatever kind of hosted things, which are probably less great. Shopify own front end. I wonder how that would work. Can I create a totally custom front end for my Shopify store? Yeah, I totally feel you there. Build your own theme. Rather than purchase the theme someone else built, you can just use a free one. Blah, 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 blah. Application proxy. Custom routes that Shopify uses to authenticate and install your app to store. You can dedicate a route. All right. Wow. Okay. This is pretty interesting. Buy SDK. Admin. Yeah. This is looking like the right approach if you like want to do it. You would need to set up like a proxy server that then talks to Shopify and does the communication, where you like actually use Shopify as the backend. This should be a lot simpler to set up, but requires a bunch of code. But you can't get around that, I guess. And then you like host your own front end and it like talks to Shopify and does the heavy lifting for you. Seems feasible. Will save you a lot of time for sure. Also a good way to like become a lot more familiar with how that thing works. And if you ever like decide to replace stuff with it, you can like keep the API the same. Although it doesn't seem like that would ever be relevant, to be honest. At least not for an intern project. Like you might like get to that point. But yeah, that seems like a legit approach if you like want to do that part. Because I can imagine that the whole theming part might end up being like pretty terrible to work with. But then like proxying into it, yeah, should be reasonable. It's what I'd do if I had to do that, I think. If that makes sense. All right. Hope that helps. What's this method called again? Slash dot right after hook. This takes the arguments. Oh. Index data node sig from callback. Index data node sig from callback, like that. Okay, cool. Whew. All right. So it's complaining that we're not returning the right types, which is okay. So do that. And then, you know, it keeps on complaining a bunch more, but that's okay, because we can then like implement it. So we say let pending equals nodes dot length index data nodes visited. I guess we call this nodes. Nodes dot len +1 sig. Oh, I guess we have an option signature. Sig option signature. All right, here we do match sig let pending equals match sig sum nodes.length plus 2 nodes.len plus 2 none plus 1. I guess we need a semicolon there. Oh, I guess we need to do that. Cargo check. Yeah, that's great. All right, so we're using one variable there, which is great. Error null, and then this goes into a bunch of loops. So 4 nodes in node. All right. 4 node in nodes. Self.storage.put node at node.index. Index, common node. All right. Please work. Oh, I did that and mod self. This function takes only one parameter, and that seems about right. Because it already has index on it, all we need to do is put the node in there. Brilliant. Then we can like skip that insertion thing. Great. So that's actually really nice. Let me say if data. Where's data? Index data. So it's option data. Interesting. So trying to write some data. Okay, let's just call this option data. If let some data slash on done self.write done. Oh my god. So there's more to this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh my god, like check out this call stack. On write, right after hook, write hook done, write after hook again. Wait, what? And then write done. Oh my god, it's a write hook done. Oh. Hook done. Self dot write after hook. Oh my god, it's using this bizarre construction here where it passes in this into the thing. Write hook done, self dot write after hook. Okay, so it always calls right after hook in that case. Yeah, okay, I guess that's the flow. Optionally going through done. All right, so on write, right after hook, write done. And then that's, where do we call to the underscore write? On write. Oh, so that's dot write. So if you call the underscore write, you call to on write, right after hook, write down. Okay, that's the flow. That's a lot of stuff. Write some data to disk, usually used in combination with .put. And there's too much stuff going on here. So if let some data equals data, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, I'm happy I'm putting in these hours, by the way. I don't know how entertaining this is, but I really need to just like crank out this code. So I just, you know, happy to do it on stream. Chris is asking, how's Cheshire doing? Cheshire's great. She came out to hang out on stream just a while back, and now she's quietly napping inside her little scratchy cave, which she got. So it's just like laid her head down, doing a little nap, because she's been running around the house for a bunch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She came out like about, I don't know, an hour ago, I think. It was like running around or like hanging out on the camera, like typing a bunch, trying to find some cat treats which are laying here on the desk. So yeah, she popped out for a bit, but now she's back to doing little sleepsies. Of course, I'd put my cat in the stream. She's too cute to not put in there. I might get some extra views because of the cat. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that little floofball. I not so jokingly call her my little fur daughter, and that's kind of how I feel about her. She's really cuddly. We were a little bit afraid she might be a bit distant, but she's been warming up so much in the last week. Now she just like comes over at night and is like hello and just like cuddles up. Or when we're like playing Overwatch on the couch, she's like, hello, pats please, and just provide some pats, and she's like, okay, cool, I'll just snuggle up to you because you're warm, and just like this tiny little fur ball, and like underneath the fur, she's like this like a little scrawny thing. It's really cute. She really likes her snacks though. It's a bit of a problem. For like, do you want some snacks? And then she just like jumps up and tries to grab the snacks, and we're like, no, you need to like back off now. She tries to eat plants, and I don't know. I can talk a lot about my cat. Cause she's a cute cat. Ba, 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 ba. If that's some data. Yeah, so a thing I like a lot about Rust is that this write after hook and this write done, they could just be the same function because there's no need for like callbacks. So it makes it for a bit bigger functions, but they're kind of nice. Oh my god. Slash sync equals low sync. Interesting. There we go, right done. All right, let's finish up this part. Unused variable, if let some data, what's that? Well, on done. So I guess I can call to on done twice. Looks like it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. So this let storage output signature on done. So I'm guessing here is self.write done. Yeah, we can just do this. All right, so self.storage.put data index data nodes question mark. Then we add that, and then we can do the same for sig, which ends up being like really nice code. We're talking about like the what do you call it? The Aaron Turon's post about like the zero something. I think the way I would sum up Rust is it's both optimized for computers and optimized for humans. So computers, yeah, and that's it. Like it's really readable, but then computers also really like interpreting it because it's kind of fast. So that's kind of good. All right, so this seems to work, and then we can do the same for sig. And then that also works, I guess. Cargo check, boom, kabooyah. All right, and then from there we just go on to write done, which apparently takes nodes again, which is okay because it's being returned there. All right, cool. I just don't know what we were doing with the pending stuff. I guess we can just delete that because we don't need that. So we're doing sequential code, which is nice. Methods never use. All right, that's okay. So Rust to the rescue. This method is for node and node self start put node. If let some data, put the data in, put the signature in, and that's it. Whereas in JS, this requires a bit more work. Right there. Yeah, I guess that's okay. But I guess this works a bit better because it's async and it's being executed in parallel. These two things are being executed in parallel. I wish Rust had like a thing for that, but it doesn't matter too much. Could probably check where to parallelize some of that stuff later. So right, for node and nodes. All right, cool. So we're gonna do that again. So for node and nodes, self.tree.set nodes I index. All right, cool. So we're gonna set the tree. Self.tree.set nodes.index. Node.index. Self.tree.set 2 times index. All right. And then we're just gonna iterate over the data stuff, and then that should be it. It's pretty nice how the code's turning out here. Turns out if you take HYPERCORE and you make it completely synchronous, it's really nice to write. Like the basic version just looks pretty good. But I'm guessing the moment we introduce async IO, it'll just be like a lot less nice. So self.tree.set 2 times index, and then so this dot announce, this dot peers, start index from. So we can skip that stuff. All right, so we're gonna do this thing. Download. All right. So if let some data equals data again. Actually, let's see if this works because we might get into like some. Oh no, that totally works. All right. Self dot self dot bit field dot set index true. Oh, there we go. Changed. Along these lines, we need to get the changed thing from there. Emit download event. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work. Bit field. So let's go here, sparse bit field. Let's take a look here because it's gonna expose the sparse bit field. And there's the change enum. All right, so we need that. Change 265. And I just realized that the change thing is we should have a dot is changed or dot is unchanged on it. Artilect is asking, where are your glasses from? I bought them in Tokyo. I was walking around just somewhere, I forgot where. My partner took me somewhere and we just like popped into a shop and they were just lying around. And then I bought them and I got glasses, like the proper, what do you call it? Strongness. The glasses set in Germany. But the brand here says it's Buddy Optical. Yeah, that's the brand. I just found them somewhere. So maybe there's a Japanese site in case you're curious for like similar glasses, for Buddy Optical glasses. Sounds like a very Japanese name. Cool. Yeah, I believe they had like several variations of this. At least one other I remember seeing. All right, so this works. That's great. I should create a issue here. Orc Tamer said, "You said partner in crime." No, just the person I'm dating. And they live with me in the house here. And we have a cat together. So that's my partner. Spark bit field. All right, new issue. I like it because it's like a nice and neutral name, which I think's good. I don't know, like girlfriend or boyfriend feels a little bit, I don't know. I prefer a partner. Expose dot is cancel children. Yeah. That's exactly that. I feel like I'm still too young for kids since I adopted a fur daughter, which is great. I guess that's a similar idea. Is changed. Comma is unchanged. What's the variations of this? Changed, unchanged. Too young. Can't even feed myself sometimes. She used to call me. Makes for a nice training. If bitfield dot set 12 true dot is changed, do stuff here. Yeah, I like this a lot here. If someone wants to do this, that would be nice, because this returns the enum, and then you can just check for the value of the enum and stuff, like having to match, or if let, or something like that. It's a lot nicer, even though it has side effects and it's like happening in one of these branches. But you can even do like bitfield, like let res use that if res is changed. So it's a lot nicer, and we're not doing any of that yet. All right, but this works. All right. So if peers.length to do length all right, so skip over that. If not this not writable, I guess we need to distinguish whether or not we've got a writable or readable stream. All right, to do discern between owned streams. I guess that might be like a between primary and replica streams. How can I copy this? Come on, work with me. It's not working. All right, so I'm going a little bit quiet. There we go. I just want to copy this piece of code. There we go. There we go, and that's it. And that's all we needed. Oh. I guess that's it. That's all we needed. So methods never used, right? Unused variable data 264. If let some data to do emit download length. Yeah, that's entirely right. Cool. So it's a super messy function, but we can fill it in later. That's about all we need to do. All right. Cargo format. There we go. We just formatted this, which is great. Which is great. All right, fun. So here we can now, so it takes 4 functions, index data node sig. So we do self.write index some data visited, none. And then it needs to borrow data, which I think already does. Mismatch type, expected reference. All right, so I need to borrow that. And that should fix it. Then we use that, unused variable data. All right, I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that also. Yep. So that's one instance of write. We can skip over that instance of write. And we can do this instance of write again. So self.write index, comma, data, comma, and visited, comma, none. Some data, I believe. Oh, then we need semicolon there. And then we need error handling there. And that's that. All right, and that works also. Cargo check. Use that right. Okay, cool. And then we push that, and then that's all we need to do for today, because most of your code is implemented. So after this step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write like a whole bunch of tests to make sure that this actually works. And once it does, you know, we can add data into the feed. And once that works, we can, you know, like I'm talking like a non-trivial amount of tests for this stuff. Like do like a whole model checking whether or not this actually works. Because there's some super fragile code otherwise. We've got like a loop. I probably missed like one or two things when like trying to like port this. And once that works, the idea will be to implement this API and like do some threading where like we can put that inside of like a thread or something, or like the other way around, right? Where we can put this whole thing inside of a thread and then listen for events inside of that. And then this should, you know, give us like all the events that we're looking for. And then feed default, oh no. Basically read write mode. And we also like need the read write mode for this stuff. So yeah. No, actually, no saves, no saves. Okay, great. Hope that makes sense. That's all for today. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I don't know when I'll be streaming next, but probably next week or something. Yeah. Catch y'all another time. See you around. I'm gonna go have some lunch. Bye bye.